Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and let me welcome you on this instruction video, which is aimed to guide you through the process of the configuration of your workstation in order to properly log in to the webinars, which is part of the Globalizacia 2020 online international conference. As you can see, I've already prepared a simple environment for purpose of this video. It is internet browser with 3 tabs. 2 of these tabs are quite familiar to you, and they are containing links which have been delivered to you this afternoon, and we will use them to log in to test sessions tomorrow morning. For the purposes of this video, I have, however, created a test webinar, which we will use in order to go through all the prerequisites that must be configured on the workstation side in order to properly login particular webinar. So here we are in a testing webinar window with the one button, Join in Zoom app. If you don't know, Zoom is worldwide available collaboration platform. We have chosen to stream all the online real-time streaming content of this year Globalizacia 2020 online conference. So if you want to participate in this online streaming, we have to join particular webinar, in our case test webinar, by pressing Join in Zoom app button. This has forwarded us to entry window of this webinar, and the page is containing one button that, if one would guess, if we will press, then we will join the webinar. However, if I press this blue button, launch meeting, nothing has happened. And this is because we haven't yet installed any suitable client that can provide us with a gateway to the webinar. And we can use 2 type of clients: the Reach Zoom client, and other browser. We will go through both of these options, and I will show you how to set up each of those in order to join the webinar. So if we would use, and this is recommended option from our side to all panelists, if we would use the first one, if we would choose to log into the webinar via Reach Zoom client, then we would follow this remarked text here, which is guide us with a statement: don't have a Zoom client installed yet, just download it now. And that's what we will do. We will press this link, which will lead us to the download confirmation pop-up dialog to download installer of the client application. So I will just confirm the choice. Installer has been successfully downloaded to my computer. So with the double click, I will start installation procedure. As you can see, installer has just begun. It's unattended process. You don't have to interact anyhow with the installer, and after installer will finish installation, operating system will automatically launch client application, as happened now. For now, for purpose of this webinar, I will just close the application, and we will just double check that the launch meeting button now is working properly. So after I have once installed the application, I do not have to repeat that process over and over and again. The application is now successfully installed. So now everything what I need to do is press the launch meeting button. The browser will, with the pop-up window, just give us option to confirm the choice to start the webinar or enter the webinar. We will confirm it, and operating system will execute application that will lead us with procedure to join the webinar. So first of all, we have to enter a couple of inputs, specifically email address and full name, so that we can be identified against rest of the crowd of the webinar. So first input box is email address. I will type mine, thomas.fried@gmail.com. and we'll type also my full name, Thomas Fred. I can check this option to remember my settings for the next execution of application. We can leave it as it is and press the button Join Webinar. And as you can see now, we have successfully logged in to the webinar. At the moment, there are some options we will speak about later. For now, the most important option from all of those which are available here in a bottom part of the My Webinar window is audio setting. We have to first of all check whether our audio configuration is running properly. To do that, I will click on a up directed arrow and choose from the context menu audio setting pop-up window. This will lead us into the setting window, and the audio section is divided into two main parts, a speaker and a microphone section. First of all, I will test the speaker, and this can be done via test speaker button. If I press the button, output level should start indicating that application is playing testing sound, and this will double check that our speakers are configured properly, and we can hear each other during webinar session. So let's execute the test. And as you can see, test has finished successfully. Our speakers are configured as it should be. So we can go on to the next test, to the microphone, and this can be done with the test mic button. This test is executed in different way than the test of the speakers. After I press the microphone, I have to record a short message, and this message will be then played for me after second press of the same button. So let's execute the test. I will press the button, record short message, press once again, record short message. And as you could see, the short message was played right back to me with the help of application. The fact that we have configured everything properly can be double checked also with the input level indicators. In the case of microphone, the input level indicator is visually showing me that I'm just speaking, and this is plus minus power of my voice, which is quite good. It's in the middle. Same was for the output level of the speakers. If I'm not okay with the configuration, I can adjust the power setting with these regulators. So I can adjust the power of my speakers as well as power of my microphone. But for me it's okay, so I will let it on the default values. So yeah, our configuration is correct, and now we can ask moderator of the webinar to enable sound. So on tomorrow's sessions, the configuration of the sound will be automatic, but for this case we have let it on a manual. So I've confirmed to unmute my microphone, and as you can see here on the bottom side of the main webinar windows, I can see also indicator that is showing me that yeah, and now I'm using my microphone and others in the webinar can properly hear me. Okay, this was option one. I will leave a meeting for now, close the window, reopen it with the join in Zoom app button, and now we will use this second option to join the meeting with the help of our internet browser. This option is suitable for those panelists, so for those participants who have, for whatever reason, troubles to install Reach client on their computers due to the due to their organizational policies, security reasons, whatever reasons, they are unable to install the application. So for them, is suitable this second option. It is described here in these remarks text, which is stating, have an issue with Zoom client, just join session from your browser. And that's what we will do now. We'll join webinar from our browser, right from our browser. So I will press the link that will lead us to the page, which is quite similar to entry dialog of the Zoom Reach Client application. So in the first moment, we have to type our full name. In my case, it's Thomas Fred. I'll have to confirm to CAPTCHA that I'm not a robot, and this will activate for me join button. So we will press it, and Wizard will forward us to the second stage where we have to enter our email address. And this is what I will do now. So thomas.fried@gmail.com in my case, and once again press join button. And as you can see, this has lead into open of quite similar web page to what we have just seen a couple of minutes ago in a Reach Client app. We have to confirm that we will use computer audio and press join audio by computer button. And once again, as you can see, now we have successfully configured our client, and for now we will just ask our moderator to once again re-enable our sound in a webinar. Okay, so just a moment. And as you can see, moderator once again have unmuted our microphone. So now we are once again able to speak. Now in this case, from our browser without requirement to install the Reach client. And once again, the fact that we are speaking is indicating here in the bottom part by the microphone indicator. Yeah, that's it. We have properly configured our workstation in order to join Zoom webinar. So finally, I'd like to thank you very much for your attention. Hopefully the video wasn't too boring, and I'm pretty looking forward to see all of you guys on morning sessions. Goodbye. Ciao, ciao.